Yeah, yes. Welcome back to This Week in White Supremacy. Is this the lunchtime edition? Y'all over here.
Twins gotta eat.
Y'all over here taking Farouk got big bites. So welcome. We're back. We're One Hood. We got a lot to talk about. It is a very important meal. Speaking of important, to my right is. Can I come to you right now?
You're not going to introduce yourself?
Yeah, I said I'm Jasiri X, co-founder, CEO of One Hood.
You did not say that.
I didn't say that?
No.
Oh, what's up, y'all? Jasiri X, co-founder, CEO.
The moment has passed.
You know what I'm saying? You know
Mandela effect. Wait a minute.
You know what it is.
Experience everything.
Yeah.
Hi, it's your girl who just got to eat. It's a miracle. It's me.
And to my immediate forward.
It's your boy Treble NLS, Never Like Supremacy, Next Level Shaman. You know what I'm saying? Here to bring the vibes.
Here to bring the vibes. We need some peace. We got a lot of
bullshit.
A lot of controversy. And repping the Steelers after that.
Man, the hopelessly hungry.
You just had your joint.
I'm still eating.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, but
cool.
I mean, that doesn't mean I'm never not hungry.
Right.
You know? The disappointed sports fans, the Jays fucking lost.
Yeah, they got smashed.
Bruv. And then the Steelers, I don't know which was worse. I mean, the Steelers were never in the game.
Yeah,
At least Toronto
Steelers
was up 8-1.
And
Toronto was up 8-1 and lost 10-9.
They lost 10-9. Yeah,
like,
now you know how I felt as a Falcons fan.
Man, my days.
Yeah, that's a hurt piece.
Yeah. This is a tough weekend. And then I went to the woods and seen a whole bunch of Trump signs and Mastriano signs.
I mean, you know, that's where we're at right now. You know what I'm saying?
I went out of town.
We don't do that until after November.
Did you see?
Right
I know. Yeah, you're right.
Did you see any White Lives Matter shirts?
No, but as I was saying before, walked into this Walmart by this campground I went to.
Yeah, and
I walked in with something pink and brown, and niggas was looking at us like we just came off a spaceship, bro.
I mean, you know,
like it was. I actually seen another black person in the Walmart, like walking through the aisles, and I was like.
You were like, yo, we got each other. If anything goes down.
I was like, I see you, bro.
If anything goes down, we're just going to go back to back.
And he looked at me with the same way. He was like, yo, I see you. Like, you get me? And there was some black people in the campgrounds that I drove past, and I was like, hi. Like, it's black people here, and they was like, hi.
Hey.
So, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Right. So, I mean, I think we, unfortunately, it's looking like we probably have to start again with Kanye. You know, Kanye not only doubled down, sorry. Nigga put a whole half a sandwich in his mouth. Kanye not only doubled down on his White Lives Matter rhetoric, he actually almost like pushed all his chips into the table at this point. And, you know, basically Kanye inserted, you know, he was being anti-black, obviously. You know, we talked about, you know, White Lives Matter and encouraging white supremacists and replacement theory, and decided like, yo, man, I guess he didn't want to leave any marginalized group out of his rants, right? You know, he wanted to make sure that he was disrespectful to everybody.
Kanye is inclusive.
Right. So
he's an equal opportunity offender.
100%. So he decided to specifically go after Jewish people. He did he posted a back and forth between him and Diddy, where Diddy was saying, like, send me the address he wanted to meet. And Kanye's response to Diddy was something to the effect of, like, tell the Jewish people who told you to call me that I'm not with that or whatever. And then Kanye went, and so he got censored on Instagram. Then Kanye went to Twitter with his DEFCON, yeah. I mean, this is crazy. Well, I guess he was saying, like, who invented cancel culture? He was saying, like, I guess
I thought he was taking responsibility for that.
No,
like, I invented cancel culture.
No.
Because like I was the first person they tried to cancel.
Maybe. I mean, and he definitely was not the first person they tried to cancel, but
maybe he's trying to Soldier Boy that shit.
But he should be at this point. I mean, come on, man. Let's get please. You know what I mean? But he said, I'm a bit sleepy. This is a quote from Kanye West. I'm a bit sleepy tonight, but when I wake up, I'm going DEFCON 3 on Jewish people.
On the Jewish people!
And Jewish people are all caps. Like,
yeah, I thought that was like, I thought someone had put that on the picture.
Right, just to make you see it. No, he had cap lock on the Jew. Well, I guess if you're going DEFCON 3,
DEFCON, yeah.
Then you gotta hit the cap lock. And then he talked about he can't be anti-Semitic because black people are actually Jews. There are black Jews, but that doesn't mean you can't be anti-Semitic as a black person. We talk about it all the time. Like there are black people
Who hate
and
black people.
who are right hate
Herschel
black people,
Walker hates
anti-Semitic,
black
100%. I mean, there are black people that are white supremacists. And
they're gay homophobes.
All right.
You know
I mean,
what
we
I'm
talked about that on the show. So interesting. So then, he was banned on Twitter. Then he went to YouTube and posted a video where he was like showing Adidas executives pornography. I think that's still up now
That was
on YouTube.
wild. I was
mean,
like, what's the point of it?
well, I mean, I think that is the question. So I'll come to you, Miracle. Like, what is the point, and how do we as a community respond
To porn?
to this this ridiculousness?
I'm gonna say I can tell you about that right now.
What broke my heart is that he has roped AB into his shenanigans.
Oh yes,
Because y'all know
Yes.
I stand me.
Love AB, man.
AB
Love
like
AB.
to the ground.
AB.
And-
Although AB played when the helmets were not
Squishy?
squishy, he took
His
a lot of
egg is
hits.
scrambled. His egg is
His
scrambled.
egg might be scrambled as well.
But be
Vontez
that as
birthday.
it may, he has been out here trying to live his best life, and the fact that Kanye has like put him in his like aura of violence and problems is just like why. I don't have an explanation for what Kanye is doing. My biggest thing is that this is not an indication of somebody with mental illness.
Right.
This is an indication of somebody who's a narcissist.
100%.
And the reason I think it's very important to distinguish between the two is that people know that Kanye allegedly has like bipolar disorder and all of these other things. There are people with bipolar who don't act like that.
100%.
There are people who don't decide to harass people
Right.
on social media. Like, I don't get it. He is, for all intents and purposes, a man who has all of the privilege, all of the access in the world.
Right.
He can make people go dumpster diving in garbage bags and pay hundreds of dollars for clothes, and he just can't do anything else. Like I'm just, I don't like. He's just bored at this point. You know, how people like they're so rich, they're bored.
Yeah, he beat the main game. He's just doing all the side quests at this point.
he's like, what can I say that pissed him off today? It's like, go be a father, go raise your kids,
Go raise your kids.
go be in the backyard, making tea parties,
100%.
Snow angels.
Like, why do you need to do this on social media? And I don't understand it because at first I'm like, okay, he's selling an album, he's selling this.
He's trying to sell the shirts. That was one of the things he said to Diddy, that he was selling these shirts and that nobody was going to mess with his money. So
why couldn't he just come up with a new slogan? Like, this is why I don't get it. If you think Black Lives Matter is a scam, if you think that like,
because there's a lot of people
matter,
who are skeptical of Black Lives Matter and Sean King.
Well, but he could have, I don't know, like a real Black life or something, that he could have pushed.
Ooh, a real Black life. That's hot.
Something he could have done.
And I think it's a difference between like Black Lives Matter, the statement, right?
Right, versus Black Lives Matter,
saying,
the corporation.
Saying Black Lives Matter, right? The Black Lives Global Network, whatever that, like you said, that, has millions of dollars and people are being sued and there were talks about what was being used with the money. That's a group of people, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but Black Lives Mattering is different, right?
Yeah, and
exactly. But then it's like, when he says White Lives Matter, that's also a group. And that's also people that have, that are white supremacists that are pushing a particular, they're going to replace us agenda. He went on to Fox News to talk with, he sat down with Tucker Carlson again. Miracle said it. Here is a guy that has access to anybody. Like, he could have literally done an interview with any person that conducts interviews, but he chose Tucker Carlson,
who's a vector for hate speech. He's 100%. A vector for replacement theory.
Right.
Like,
he's really, like, at this point, like a Russian propagandist in many ways. And it's like they were saying like that, like Putin said he wanted his show played on like Russian state television, that they wanted Tucker Carlson's show.
That's wild.
Which is wild, right?
Wild.
So it's like Kanye went on there, and it's like you said, to what end? And again, it's like
Tucker Carlson's like a Bond villain from the 80s. You know
with like no swag and no muscular definition, just a straight up, and really, to go into Tucker Carlson who's his like mom or grandma? He's like from like a super wealthy family.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep.
It's not like Tucker Carlson struggled and pulled himself up from a book. He's from like a multi-million-dollar family. He grew up rich. He said by his own words, like he grew up in a castle. And he's like you said, like, and he's preying on these people that are at the Walmart. You and I went to a Walmart in Indiana, Pennsylvania, and I felt bad. I'm like, man, these are people that's getting duped by like multimillionaires who don't give a damn about them. And here's another multimillionaire that doesn't give a damn about them. Ironically, and I want to come to you, Treble, as well. The GOP tweeted the GOP, the House Judiciary GOP's
Trump,
official Twitter.
Kanye,
Elon, Trump.
Yeah.
Again, multi-millionaires that are like using, really, really like, poor white people to just make more millions of dollars and just get over. But it will be interesting to see what happens now that like you're making statements that it'll be interesting to see if who else besides AB. I saw Mace with him. Who else will be willing to go on Kanye along this ride of ridiculousness? Kim already got off the train. You know what I'm saying? Like, who's willing to go down there? Your thoughts, Trouble?
So when I see everything that Ye is doing, I can't help but think like, what is the agenda? Right?
Yes.
Because, like, he's doing mad interviews. I've seen at least 3 of them in
100%.
the last week.
Yes.
He's doing stunts like showing porn to Adidas
right.
employees.
And even when you watch that video, like, it looked as if the people in the video did not know they were being filmed. So I don't know if they knew they were being filmed or not, but it looked super weird. You know what I'm saying?
It was. And it's like, it makes me think, what is he doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, what is he trying to accomplish?
That's what he's doing.
Is this like part of his 2024 campaign? Or?
It could be.
You know what I'm saying?
I never thought about that, but I mean, he saw Trump win with white supremacist rhetoric. Trump, some of his rhetoric bordered on anti-Semitism, although he had Jewish people in his cabinet. It's either that or, I mean, my thinking was maybe it was he's trying to get out of his contract. Supposedly he got out of the Gap deal. Like, he's trying to be like so ridiculous that maybe Adidas voids his contract, and then he could go on and do whatever he wants to do. Those are my only. Or else, man, maybe he is. You know how they say, like, when somebody says who they are, believe them. This is a guy that was rocking Confederate flags in 2015. He had Confederate flags. Like, he had been saying and doing all of these ridiculous things. A lot of it, was in support of white supremacy. He put on the Make America Great Again hat. You know what I'm saying? So, like, maybe this is who he is. Maybe this isn't a stunt. Maybe this isn't a, something to get out of something or something with agenda. Maybe he's just a white supremacist and he's like somebody that looks at himself and doesn't like what he sees and, internalizes that white supremacy and racism and just hates black people.
Yeah, when I see Ye, I see a house nigga looking at everybody on the outside like, y'all ain't here though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, 100%.
This is what happens because Obama called him a jackass.
This is Obama's fault?
Yeah, this is Obama's fault.
Damn you, Obama.
Whatever you say I am.
Obamacare, and then Obama called him a jackass.
Yeah, man. That's why he's running for president, to undo. You know what I mean? He's just doing this to spite Barack Obama. I'm convinced of it.
That's like a theory. Like,
is it really?
Tarnish his career behind a black woman, and that created all this violence. And so he was like, you know what? Never fighting for black people again.
Who Kanye? Who did he tarnish his career behind?
Beyonce.
Yeah, remember he took Taylor Swift. He took the award from her, and then that was the beginning of the apologies. And so it will be interesting to see.
I never thought about that.
It'll be interesting to see like what people will accept. Like is Kanye gonna go, meet with some folks? Is he going to go to like the Holocaust Museum? Is he going to do some of these things? Is he going to try to sit down with like, pro-black leaders or whatever to try to get back into? He's going to holler.
He's going to be with the Hebrew Israelites. He's going to pull up in a tunic.
If Ye pop up with Dr. Umar.
Oh my God. I mean, but that's the thing, and I've said it before.
Because Kevin Samuels is gone. Because he probably would have definitely popped up.
Dr.
Umar and Kanye.
They're not that different.
You ain't going to be able to tell Dr. Umar nothing.
They're not that different, man. They're like, Umar, Tariq Nasheed.
They're going to be in the mall, like looking at white women.
Man, yep. The snow taps and the hoteps. They have their one. It's Kanye. Yeah. That they have their one, man.
Yes.
I am now I have a whole new nightmare to think about.
You know what I mean? Like that's the thing. Ye is gonna be the champion. Here's a question: if The Rock runs, will he run Democrat or Republican?
I thought he was gonna run as a Republican.
Is he? I didn't know.
The Rock would win. Did you see the video where they were like literally like handing a baby, like they did like a baby chain to hand this baby to The Rock? The Rock could win. You know what I'm saying?
He could win.
Yeah, The Rock.
If Trump can win, that opens the door for anybody to win.
Right, and Rock is an actual wrestler. Trump used those wrestling slogans.
Yeah, man.
The Rock been doing
it. The Rock has a show in which he's running for president and kind of giving people an account on his upbringing.
Yeah, I mean,
So he's
a business owner. He's an actor. Yes. He has that like the
little Barackish kind of
redemption story.
Yeah.
So
he's got a little dash.
The kids in the juvenile center.
He just has dash of color, like not.
And the thing is like his dad was Rocky Johnson, like one of the first black tag team champions in the WWF.
I mean, that's for us old folks, man.
But like The Rock, that's the thing. Is like we always looked at The Rock as a black person. He was in the Nation of Domination when he was in WWF and during the Attitude Era, like. And then he just shaved his head and became like Vin Diesel, just ethnically ambiguous.
Yeah.
But what I was saying is The Rock has a portfolio that he can run on.
Absolutely. Yeah, 1,000%. Yeah. 100%. One of the most successful people ever.
Even if he is like a conservative.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think he could win.
He definitely could win. The Rock could definitely win.
So will we see Ye versus The Rock?
Kanye
what do you think Kevin Hart's going to do?
I can't believe we're having this conversation right now.
Kanye has zero chance of being. Kanye couldn't.
I don't know about that.
Hey, I
don't know about that, man.
I'm telling you.
Where were we at? When we were in Kentucky and we saw the Ye for President people.
What?
Kanye has no chance. We did. Remember we went to
when did we see
the Breonna Taylor protest?
That is right. I forgot all about that.
There's no. I'm sorry. Because this is the thing. Like
he's got y'all. Some of y'all.
Oh yeah. I mean,
people are sending.
He has a vote at this table.
Their kids.
He has one vote.
Who?
People are sending their kids to his school.
I wouldn't vote for Ye.
Yeah, and that's wild. People are sending children to Donda. I mean, I think
right now, like to support what you're saying, I think Kanye is the anti-seducer right now. Like he is constantly being the contrarian, going against everyone who supports him. You know what I'm saying? So there's no way that he has like a solid backing to actually get into.
And in reality, I think, Miracle, like if you're black and you're Jewish, really, if you're an immigrant, you should be taking your children out that school like immediately. His children don't even go to Donda's Academy. Come on, man.
You know what? Kanye is Dr. Umar with money.
But
he really is.
A race. I mean, Dr. Umar is like talks consciousness, like black consciousness.
Umar said he finished school.
It's not even. But is it consciousness or is it bullshit streamed in with a little bit of consciousness?
I mean, but I'm saying he's not saying
it's a scam. Like they're both snake oil salesmen.
That's why y'all got me defending Dr. Umar. Dr. Umar isn't saying like white lives matter. Like he's not.
But he's not far from it. He's the other side of the coin.
He
100%. Yeah.
The funniest Dr. Umar thing was he was like, some of them kids you just gonna have to kill.
Like for good. Yeah, for good. They going to
sleep. What?
Yeah, doctor. Aren't you a child psychologist?
Yeah, he said, I can't psychologize them little niggas on the corner.
Aren't you a child
Some of them going to sleep for good.
What not advocating for murder of children.
We're so far away from where we were.
But we're not, though, because the thing is that it's all the same, man.
So did we want to touch on...
Who would have thought that when Kanye came out with The College Dropout, we'd be sitting here thinking like, yo... This nigga
he should have stayed in that bag.
Jesus
Bro,
Walks
go back to the library.
But Kanye said, I made Jesus Walks. I'm never going to hell.
He did
Clearly, his Jesus,
man,
does not look like Dr. Umar.
But the only thing that
his Jesus look like Brad Pitt. That's what his Jesus look like. I don't know.
Brad Pitt. Oh man,
I'm so heartbroken that he's apparently an abuser too.
Who, Brad Pitt?
Yes.
Brad Pitt's an abuser?
Yes.
Oh,
no.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
what happened?
Was out here molly-whopping his kids and Angelina.
Oh wow.
Well, that's why they divorced.
Yeah.
But,
Damn, Brad.
Love Brad
Pitt. There's nothing good anymore.
Well, speaking of,
I just did want to say one thing with the
do.
Kanye, because when that happened, Sarah Silverman, she took to her Twitter and was basically like, nobody's calling this out.
Yes.
And a bunch of black people were calling this out.
Yes.
And I think we really have to think about how white supremacy shows up when all of our allies get upset when only black people come to their rescue and black people come to their defense.
Yeah.
Because we've seen this, especially over the last 5 years.
True.
Where in all of the issues, it's black people who are like, we gotta fight for this.
True.
And what does that mean for people who've been conditioned to believe that black people are less than?
100%.
And even if they're not actively white supremacists, very few people have been raised that black people are their equal.
100%.
And so what we're really seeing with Kanye specifically is not necessarily a white lash, but I don't know, a phenomena of people being like, now the niggas get to say shit about us.
Right. Well, I think
there's this additional rage that I've noticed that when it's black people accused of violence that other folks
100%
do,
yeah.
and it's just very interesting to watch how quick people were able to call something anti-Semitic, how quick they were able to rally when it was Kanye, but then when it was a producer or this other person, they were like, well, maybe he doesn't know about it.
100%.
Maybe he needs to learn or educate a little bit more. And I've noticed that,
absolutely.
There's never great shows toward black people in these
never.
Cases,
never. And it's just very, very, very interesting. I work at a lot of the intersections, that's my thing.
Absolutely. But you spoke at the Women's March.
Unfortunately,
I
was just trying to go and support, and next thing you know, I have a microphone. But for me, that's why I'm taking it back, and I'm really starting to see it, and it makes it very difficult.
True.
To really sometimes do this work where people are like, why is it just the black people who care about this?
Yeah. So for context, Sarah Silverman tweeted, Kanye threatened the Jews yesterday on Twitter, and it's not even trending. Why do mostly only Jews speak up against Jewish hate? The silence is so loud. And so, black people were saying well, haven't you heard Black Twitter? That black people have been talking about Kanye, like you said, not just yesterday, but for years about Kanye's BS. And, but like you said, I think you bring up a great point. I never thought about it like that, Miracle, that our voices, because you see us as lesser than as black people, then our voices don't seem as loud to you. Or you might not even be following us. You might not even be following us, looking at us, or if black people are speaking out against Kanye, that's not the validation you were looking for. Because she actually went on to say, oh, I was talking to white people. And it was well, why not acknowledge if you're talking to black people, white people, why not say, what I'm saying, that, the silence except for black people or Black Twitter was so loud. And then she came at, I guess she had some smoke for Holly Robinson Pete. And
but she has, what did Holly Robinson Pete do?
Holly Robinson Pete has said somebody has said to her, responded to her
Holly Robinson
Black
Pete,
Twitter has been doing that, and Holly Robinson said something that part was her, and then she came at Holly Robinson Pete well, I went to your timeline and I didn't see you saying anything about this issue, and Holly Robinson Pete was I've been saying things for years about Kanye. I don't even talk about the dude anymore, but that was selective criticism. You want to just bring it up now, and people were saying, well, you know, Sarah Silverman, we didn't see you say anything about the White Lives Matter shirt. You know what I'm saying? Like, we didn't see you we haven't seen you call out anti-black racism in the sphere. Then I think this is where that allyship goes. This was a tweet that I guess somebody said, I'm not sure who you follow, but Black Twitter has been all over this. So it's not mostly Jews. People call out please call out who are silent. You know what I'm saying? And so it was pretty interesting. You know what I'm saying? So now people are saying you got to find in, of course, she kind of went on her, you know, I guess she apologized, but then talked about people. Yeah, the white tears came out. You know what I'm saying? And so,
to me was when she was like, people call me this anti-Semitic slur, and she does this video, and this video is like back in 2016, back in 2015.
Right.
I'm like, man, we're talking about like today, like stop.
100%. 100%.
But we all have to show up for each other.
We do.
Unfortunately, this world.
We do.
You know, it's a globe, and we can't throw people away as
100%.
much as some of us would like to.
True. I agree.
But it was just funny to me. And I honestly don't even know what DEFCON 3 meant. And now I didn't even have to see that.
Yeah. We didn't have to show.
We don't even know.
Yeah, Sarah Silverman has worn blackface, and she talked about that in her tweet. She talked about how, you know, it was a sketch about like racism, and it was a black dude that was like in the skit that was in Jewish face, and they were attempting to try something, and she was like, we tried something and it failed. You know what I'm saying? So I thought that was pretty interesting, and how that was broken down. So.
Holly Robinson Pete still looks amazing. I just want to say that. Like, Jesus,
you know, black don't crack, my brother.
Focus.
Yes, black don't crack.
Oh my God.
Everybody else is like, oh my gosh, anti-Semitism, racism.
So and I'm just sitting here
Farouk like, she is so fine.
Yeah, she is. I mean, I remember hanging with Mr. Cooper. I used to have it in for her.
Was she on that? Okay, yeah, I guess she was.
Man.
So, did we want to get into
God bless her. God bless Holly Robinson.
Give Farouk a moment.
This dude is on Google Images, losing his mind.
I just went to her Instagram. Like, I'm hot. Like, I'm starting to sweat.
Yeah.
Stay hydrated.
Stay thirsty is what I'm going to do.
But you know, it's kind of funny. Kanye tweeted his bigotry out.
Yes.
Other people just get caught on a hot mic.
100%.
Man.
Oh, who got caught on a hot mic?
You know, the people in LA.
Oh yes. Speaking of white supremacy and racism in different colors, right?
Man, listen.
Speaking of touching on all marginalized groups today, right?
Man, you know what I'm saying?
White supremacy is intersectional.
White supremacy is totally intersectional. So the council president and who's taping this? I don't know who, I don't know if this is TMZ, but, you know, I believe, whoever's taping this, I hope they're taping, every single politician that is out. But the council president of Los Angeles is a woman named Nuri Martinez. And somebody... she was the council president. Yeah. She's currently still on the council, although many people are calling her resign because she displayed a lot of anti-black racism, you know.
La Supremacia Blanca. That's what she said I got for you niggas.
What is wrong with you?
Crazy. So apparently, and she said a lot of stuff. So she was talking about redistricting, and she made a comment about the current district attorney, Gaston.
She said, fuck that guy. He's with the blacks.
Right. That's exactly what she said.
Verbatim.
She literally
I'm not making that one up.
Fuck that guy. He's with the blacks. Then
La Supremacia Blanca.
What is wrong?
How's she gonna do this right after? You know what I mean? Latin Heritage Month. She's
during. I think it still is.
It's during.
I think it still is. You know, Hispanic Heritage Month.
You're gonna get this shit.
Now,
who's the city council person that has the black child? I don't know who this is.
Some white man.
There's a white man that is on city council as well. I don't know.
I think he adopted this black child.
He adopted a black child.
100% sure and about the LA politics.
Yes, I don't know who he is. Okay, so his name is Mike Bonin. So he's a council member. His name's Mike Bonin. So she called his adopted black son, said he looks like a little monkey. You know what I'm saying?
She didn't say he looked like a little monkey. He said,
she called him
was a little monkey.
Right, she called him a little monkey.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Then she talked about She wanted to beat him down. She wanted to take him in the back and beat him up, that he was acting out one time. She talked about, some other Latino people that were darker. She didn't know what village they came from because they were dark. I mean, she has smoke for everybody.
These jungle niggas. She did not like these jungle niggas.
Smoke. Yeah, they got, I'm looking at.
Mike and that black baby.
Hey,
I'm tired of seeing him around. Like, I can imagine
she did.
Every time
she did.
She's watching Mike pull up in
with
his
that black
car,
baby.
As soon as he goes to the back seat. Like, he got that black baby.
Yeah, because I mean, if you're in the council and you're in the politics, you're thinking like he's doing this because, you know what I'm saying? You're thinking like to gain votes and respect to black people. Oh, so she's probably looking at it as a political ploy, not thinking that maybe not. We don't know Mike. Maybe Mike really loved this child and wanted to adopt it. You know what I'm saying?
But 2020 did spurn a lot of white people adopting black kids. I don't know how to feel about it.
Really?
Yeah.
I missed that, man.
And a lot of white women getting impregnated by black embryos too. Trying to save black lives.
There's a whole subreddit about that.
It's a lot of stuff has happened in transracial adoptions. But moving beyond,
she called somebody.
Transracial adoption.
Maybe, I don't know.
Because transracial would insinuate that you were like
something's changing.
Something's changing.
So intra's the same
interracial adoption.
I just thought it was funny. She called it. I'm looking at Knock LA's website. She called somebody the guy with one eyebrow. She just was behind the scenes.
I mean,
talking stuff. You know what I'm saying?
That's
like
descriptive.
Cursing people, F this dude, da 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 da. You know what I'm saying? Like,
my confusion comes from her statement where she said the context of this conversation was concern over the redistricting process and concern about the potential negative impact it might have on communities of color. But that's not what it sounded like at all.
No, they almost had too much of an impact.
Yeah, it sounded like your concern was that there wasn't enough impact. It's like, why does this little nigga...
Right. With this little monkey. Right.
These niggas ain't suffering enough for me.
Facts.
I need some more pain and suffering.
To edit this podcast.
Well, I think it is. And it is a thing because if you're saying like he's with the blacks, like you're implying that you're not. Right. And that now we're playing some like racial political game where like it's the black people versus the Mexicans versus the LGBTQIA folks or the white folks. And it's like now like we want people that are okay, like representing all of us. Right. So it's like it really exposed like, oh, that's what you really think. You're there representing like only your community, only Mexicans. And so like now how can I think you're a real partner to make LA better for everybody if you're mad at this guy because you're saying he's with the blacks?
Yeah.
That's facts.
Is her resignation as the president, is that good enough or?
I mean, should we get reparations? I think maybe.
Well, I mean, should we? Should we get reparations, or is it because we love crime?
I love crime personally. I didn't see anything wrong with that. I do love crime, man. Crime.
You love crime. What kind of crime do you love?
Shoplifting. I like aggravated assaults.
The words. We got to have a lot of editing.
We definitely.
What do you mean you love? You love when other people get assaulted. Like
sometimes violence is the answer.
Your family members, people you love.
That's the wrong line of question.
Is that what you? That's what I'm saying. Come on, you don't love crime.
I do love crime.
No, you don't love crime.
You like to read it in comic books and watch it on TV.
Yeah. It's one thing to say like
I'm a fan.
I like
of TV.
Right. Like there's a whole thing like a lot of people listen to true crime.
You like
right? They listen to true crime.
True crime is crime because it's true crime.
Right. But you don't love like, and I think the thing is, it's like
snap.
It's like y'all are trying to extract the context. It's
we're actually trying to say don't he's actually making them sound like legitimate, right? He's making Nuri. Nuri don't want. No wonder she don't want you around. You love crime, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying?
He's like that one friend who's like, I talking about you.
No. But I understand. Like, I understand where you're coming from. Like, but I think like when you say you love crime, it's layers to this.
There's layers to it.
It's layers to this.
But I said what I said though.
Nah, you know what I'm saying. But it's like,
but Uju Anya can come in and say what she says. No one questions her. But I get questions.
No. 100% because you know what I'm saying.
Problematic episode.
No, that's 100%. You know what I'm saying? I had a line where I said policy is violence.
Right,
policy is silence. robbery is science as to Carnegie's and Heinz's. So when you talk about crime, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't love slavery.
No, but I respect the jokes.
You respect slavery. You respect like the genocide.
No, I said I respect the jokes.
Of slavery.
I'm talking about.
Okay, but I'm talking about the crime,
like robbery, nigga.
The robbery of black people.
I'm talking about
Africa, my nigga.
Going hotep on me. I'm saying
that's
like,
a crime.
the pastor in Brooklyn. I respect the jokes.
No, that's
I respect the jokes, bro.
Okay, but I'm saying like, so it's what I'm saying. It's layered. It's layered.
Said you will not with that one hood shirt on.
Hell no.
You like
listen, man.
Because the Holocaust is a crime. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I'm not talking about that. I'm talking
about you gotta be specific.
That challenges the system.
Come on, bro. You can't just say I love crime in general.
I mean,
that's like saying white lives matter. Like, you can't just make a statement.
He putting words in my mouth. No, but I'm not saying you're saying white lives. I don't mind when a nigga get robbed. I don't mind when somebody gets done up. Like, it's like, okay, that's the way of the street.
You don't like rapes, do you?
No, I don't like rape.
Okay, but that's a crime.
I won't even say the word.
So that's what I'm saying. If you say I love crime,
but I love food. I love food, but like that doesn't mean I love all food.
I see what he's saying. He's saying
that
like,
gotta, as a black person in a one hood shirt,
so you have to be specific. And this is why we shouldn't be giving one hood shirts out to people. You know how many people done stupid shit in one hood shirts? But I'm accountable.
Well, brother.
I think what he's saying is be careful of the overgeneralization
100%
of your statement.
You can't just say I love crime.
Yeah.
Okay. And that's like
crime makes the world go round.
Hold on. That's like the issue. That's true, but in a negative way. Like, we're trying to make the world better, right? I am. I mean, obviously, it might be three of us on here.
She questioned the last 12 years of his life.
Look, this is why when people say like Jewish, this is why I have a problem when people say Jewish people. Like, because now you're saying everybody Jewish. Like, you're going to go DEFCON 3 on everybody. Yeah. Like, now, if there's, there might be specific people that have, maybe you believe cause harm. Deal with them. You know the name, you know the Adidas executive names. If they're even Jewish, we don't know. Call them out. But when you generalize it, and that's what Trouble said. When you say I love crime, people will say, oh, you love murder, you love rape, you love sexual assault. These are all crimes.
There are crimes I can do without, and there are other crimes I'm a fan of.
Okay, so you should be specific.
Okay, you want me to just run down every crime?
100%. Put them down.
Put them down.
Put them down. How about this? Or maybe you should say, I don't love crime. Like, crime is wrong. You know what I'm saying? Now you could say because
wrong is subjective,
right? But let me ask you a question. Wrong is subjective. Do you commit crimes now, Farouk?
I plead the fifth. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Well, no. Listen. The reason I asked Miracle is because I read an article about a revolutionary. I read an article about a reformed revolutionary named Saeed. That's what I read.
Revolutionaries don't live that long.
That used to do crime, but now is out here trying to make Pittsburgh a better place. That's the Saeed I know. I don't know this nigga. Who's this nigga?
Man,
I don't know.
The thing is, I haven't even Kanye brainwashed, man.
I haven't read the Quran.
This has to be its own podcast.
I know the Bible says that we die daily. So Farouk, was better today than he was yesterday.
That's 1,000%.
If he committed a crime a couple weeks ago,
100%.
that is not reflective of who he is right now at this moment. Yes. And we're just not going to ask those questions.
I know this, Miracle. If this brother, I almost said it. If this brother,
who, me? Are we still talking about me?
I'm talking about you. But I'm talking to them. But
don't talk like I'm not in the room.
I'm talking to these two. If this brother gets arrested at a Walmart with a damn Impossible sandwich in his coat, I'm gonna be mad. I gotta let this nigga go. Like, come on, brother. You know damn well you can afford that Impossible sandwich.
Man.
What's wrong with you?
But crime is a special ingredient. Food tastes better when it's stolen.
No, it doesn't.
Free food tastes better, man.
No, it does not.
The special ingredient is crime.
Where are you at, Farouk? I got caught running out of Roof Chris without paying the bill. But you have the money, Farouk. I know, but it tastes better. It tastes better because we ran out of the restaurant.
We're going to run that off.
You got to hit it with a dad voice. I am so disappointed.
Hey, bro.
That never worked on.
You're not a bad person.
As a qualification to what he's saying.
Yes.
We as people feel so much better when we're free.
Right, and then
make bad decisions.
And then,
liberation.
but also, I think, like you said, like we understand it's a layered conversation, right? And like
crime or
no, just even that conversation, because oftentimes we're put in a situation.
You don't watch you love Gomorrah.
Yes,
The Wire.
Yes,
It's crime.
And I love
Breaking
Bad.
It's crime.
Right, I like it because
it's authentic.
Not necessarily
portrayal.
Breaking Bad, but it shows like what I love about The Wire and Gomorrah is it actually shows
intelligent criminals.
Not only intelligent criminals, it shows like the systems that put people in a position
to be intelligent criminals,
where they feel they have to do crime. They don't want to do it. Like when you look at the people in
never wanted
Gomorrah
to commit crime.
or the people in The Wire, right?
Sir,
well,
stop
this
talking.
nigga 30 seconds ago talked about how he loved it and the food tastes better. Come on, brother. Come on, Kanye.
Put me in that position to where that's what I had to do.
Right, and I understand that.
I'm like,
so
Aladdin.
you ain't there no more.
Yeah, I understand.
You're free
You're
now.
not right. You're not in that. You can go.
Free
bro.
is subjective,
bro. You don't gotta take them chips, my brother. You have money on your debit card. This nigga, go pay for him with one of them 8,000 pairs of shoes you got.
But to his point,
Now I'm going super dad.
They don't have to charge us $2
Now I'm going super dad.
what used to be 99 cents.
Come on,
1,000%.
You know what I'm saying?
Come on, 1,000%. So did we want
I'm countering crime with crime.
So did we want to play
Keep the
Tommy
prices low.
Tuberville? Tommy Tuberville's actually he's talking directly to Farouk outside.
That bullshit.
He's talking directly to Farouk in this.
Oh man,
Yeah, we're gonna have to talk to Ime about
We don't even need to even have this episode.
No, this episode.
Well, they're
is
soft on crime. No, they're not soft on crime. They're pro-crime. They want crime. They want crime because they want to take over what you got. They want to control what you have. They want reparation because they think the people that do the crime are owed that. Bullshit.
Bullshit.
They are not owed that. They
Is that your the name of your next album is gonna be Pro Crime, brother?
yeah, I was like, well, that's a fucking hot
Think about to change his name.
title.
Think about to change his rap name to Pro Crime. My new MC Pro Crime in the building.
What did they say on Any Up? I'm 999 crimes short of a mill. Like, come on, man.
But again, like I think this goes into like the whole piece about like, okay, like crime meaning what, right? Mm-hmm. Because if you're saying like, oh, these people are selling drugs, but then we just watched we watched like 5 documentaries about the makers of OxyContin and how they just purposely, made all of these people things and got paid billions of dollars and no one went to jail. So that's also crime, right? And so like I said, but those individuals never have to suffer or pay. You know what I'm saying? But I think people felt a certain type of way about it coming from Tommy Tuberville because he's obviously specifically addressing black people.
Of course. He's
When
talking
he
about
says reparations, right. He's talking about black people. And Tommy Tuberville, for those that don't know, was a college football coach, coached the team Auburn, and most of the players on that team that I believe they won a national championship were black players. You know what I'm saying? And so it's like, it's cool for you to have black players and for those black players to play for you, but now when you running, they pro-crime and they just want some reparation. I think he's not running, but he's a senator now. You know what I'm saying? But he's a senator, yeah.
And plus he completely overgeneralized the crime discussion because it's like, then you have to ask, why are people committing crimes? And what facilitates a crime in the first place?
100%.
Because some of these laws are strategically put in place
100%.
targeting certain groups of people.
And let me expound on this because like, I'm gonna get real. Like our existence is criminalized, right? Like
100%.
Us being here,
just being black,
or it's criminalized. So like
your name is Farouk Al-Saeed. Just like, that name is criminalized.
But there is a certain aspect of that I revel in.
Yeah,
because like
you wear it as a badge of honor.
Absolutely, and that's what like when you look at me away, and not just me, I'm just talking about as a black man, as somebody navigating this American
Muslim.
Yeah, right. Everything I do is criminalized.
100%.
Why am I gonna start fighting you on that? I'm gonna make that narrative mine.
Right.
I love that shit.
That's part of like why we're one hood, right?
Right.
We're saying like we're embracing that.
It's like if you're gonna call me a criminal, I'm not gonna denounce it. I'm just gonna use it to my advantage because this criminal someone that you call. I overcame all that shit.
100%. Yes, you did.
You know what I mean? So that's what I love. I love me. I'm celebrating me, goddamn it. 100%. Like, you know what I mean? Like, yo, this is for me. Shit.
That's for you. I'm going to hopefully the proverbial, not real ones.
I plead the fifth.
I'm talking about coming your way. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, man, I say it on the song, man. If I send a bullet, I hope it doesn't come back to me.
Miracle. Now, one of the things that Jemele Hill, who, was formerly at ESPN, but, talks a lot about sports, said a reminder that Tommy Tuberville was a collegiate coach for nearly 30 years, during which he coached scores of black players. He made millions off their abilities, but here's what he really thinks about black people. Is that kind of how you feel? Is this just another, white dude, like you're super racist, but, you're using us for an end, means to an end?
I know we love the sports.
But
you got a Steeler hat on right now.
But the Columbine being slavery, have y'all not seen?
Oh, the Combine.
The Combine.
Oh, yeah, the Combine.
Sorry, Combine. Yes. Combine.
Yes.
I mean, there's a whole...
There's white athletes that participate in the Combine.
There's a whole...
Yeah, but there's a book.
Of course, MAGA Muslim. Of course, there are.
I'm just saying.
There's
a book called $1 Million Slaves.
There's a lot of white skill players in the NFL right now that I wonder where they came from.
And what positions do they play?
Skill players, so like running backs, quarterbacks,
isn't
receivers.
There a breakdown that like the highest paid positions in like football are mostly the white athletes?
Quarterbacks.
Even though we mostly know the black athletes' name, there's a whole.
Yeah, the book is called $40 million Slaves, and it's talking about black athletes.
I mean, honestly, if you were a racist white man having a job coaching poor people, poor black folks,
it's right up your alley.
100%. Sounds like massa.
You get to yell at them. You can tell them when they eat, when they sleep, where they can go, what they can do. I mean, it's a lot. I think for me, the issue was the reparations, because you can say whatever about like crime, whatever, but you're tying in reparations, an actual legitimate argument,
right?
Talking about the way this country has created this remedy for harm and saying, oh, only criminals are trying to fight for it, as a way to bastardize like the call for like justice and equity. I think that was the issue. Everything else, of course, they're gonna be riled up. He's Auburn, gonna say whatever, but it's like, why you gotta bring reparations into it? Well,
I mean, it's that othering, and it's that same replacement theory thing, right? They're coming for yours. They don't want to be law abiding. They're different from you. They're other than you, and they're coming yours. And it's wild that here's this college football coach talking about, we love crime, and that's why we want reparations. They want to take what's yours. Is that this past week, a whole California high school program had to cancel its whole season because they actually held a mock slave auction where teammates were auctioning 3 of their black teammates off, and there's video.
What were the bids?
It was white and Hispanic, and I know that.
I mean, we already talked about that.
About how other people, other non-blacks.
Yeah.
And this was a high school?
Mm-hmm. This was a high school, right? Had to cancel the whole season because they were doing a mock, slave trial or like
and it was very rowdy
slave auction, of these 3 individuals.
So no, I'm not asking this to be funny, but were they really taking offers?
Yeah, I don't know. You couldn't really figure out what it was. They were yelling, and there was a full on bid. It was.
That's what I mean. Yeah. Okay, wow. And then how old were these children?
It's high school.
I was maybe freshmen.
Yeah, so I mean they had to cancel. And then this is also talking about.
Well, go ahead.
You got another question?
So, who taught them this shit?
I don't know.
Clearly, Trump did, brother.
I mean, I'm just trying to get
Kanye, Trump, Elon Musk, all 3 of them.
And this is why CRT is important.
Yeah,
that's right.
Absolutely.
This is why CRT is important, because this is a what's it called? A reason we should have this shit in the schools.
Crime, raps, and thotties.
I was gonna say criminal raps and thugs, but you know what I mean. I like your way is nice too, but criminal raps and thugs. That's my CRT. Come on, I'm all for that.
Oh my
shit,
god. Man. So question. And it's wild that again you got Tommy Tuberville. You got talking about they're pro crime and they want reparations. Well, go talk to your man Brett Favre.
Criminals repping Trump.
Go. Yeah. Yeah.
I look so disappointed.
We got another T-shirt. Another T-shirt. I need to get that shit copyrighted.
Criminals repping Trump.
Get on that. Somebody get. I need that.
Watch
criminal.
Jack's over
Trump.
here like I'm here to
because Jack's fucking smart. Anything we need, Jack is like MacGyver over there, man. Like
Jack, get on that. That's hard.
Oh God.
But I'm just saying,
right. Trump.
So you got here's Brett Favre.
I need a beat. I'm making that a record like yesterday. Oh my days, bro. That's.
But when I asked y'all to make a get out the vote record,
yeah.
Y'all couldn't do that.
Yeah, couldn't do it.
Wow.
Well,
You know
I mean,
what?
I was
Speaking of
going
that-
to, but someone said,
Hey, Miracle. Now that we're here, because I actually
no voting, no bucking.
I actually wanted that to be a topic of conversation. This no voting, no bucking.
Well, no,
because
I asked
no
y'all
voting, no what?
to make a rap
yeah, so
song.
it was-
I asked y'all to make a theme. Y'all didn't want to do it, and now we got no voting, no
Right.
bucking.
So this was
What is no
Saucy
bucking?
Santana.
Is that a euphemism?
Yeah. So
Okay.
Saucy is basically like if you're not voting, you're not going to get any of Saucy Santana or
Who's
any
Saucy
of
Santana?
Trina or any of Trina. So these are two popular, well-known artists.
Kind of enticing about Trina. I don't know who Saucy Santana is.
But again, like
I'm like a dog.
like black people felt like
the black
there were
queer rapper
well
with
yeah
the long nails.
black queer Saucy Santana was here, right? Came here for Pride. So
Would always be talking with city girls on live.
yeah.
Your
So
man left you for dead.
people
Sorry.
were saying, and this is a question for you, Mary. People were saying like people felt that it was
Bishop
like
Swan.
anti-black. Yeah, Bishop Swan. I saw
Listen.
I saw other. I think Roland Martin.
Again,
I
don't want to hear
Is this
it.
just?
I asked y'all
Yeah.
to make a voting rap,
Yeah.
and y'all said no.
Yes.
And you know what? Now we got
Now we
voting
got criminals for
and
Trump.
we got the lady twerking on the slave masters' graves from last year.
I forgot all about that.
Oh yeah.
To
Wow.
use
all
your
about that,
lyrics
man.
and your art and make me videos, and y'all say no. And you know what? You know who says yes? Trina and Saucy Santana.
That is true. I
I
mean,
mean,
so
but
it's like
Diddy kind of ran that whole shit into the ground.
I mean, he did vote or die.
Yeah,
I mean,
like-
there's still. I mean, we're
still-
doing people, politics, and power. I mean, so like we can do something probably collectively if we wanted to.
But you
know
just
what I'm
don't
saying?
want to.
Well, maybe that's something we got to see.
I know.
You
I
did
personally
encourage
don't
us.
want to rap about voting, but
Yeah.
I rap about other things.
Yeah.
That are important.
Okay, we got like 5 minutes left.
Okay, so
Niggas love sedition.
yeah,
First of all, it was. I think it's very problematic. But yes, if that's what's going to get the crowd going, and they
Gets the
like
people
it,
going.
did we want to do our? Did we want to do the
Karen of the week.
God's going to spin the block
Yes,
for
Karen
you.
of the week?
I was like, what is that?
Who brought God into the group chat? Like, God's gonna spin the block for who?
Like, I need these pastors to stop.
Like, were they trying to say Jesus take the wheel or God spin the block? Because
both? Maybe I don't know.
yeah, if Jesus takes the wheel, can he spin the block?
God gonna be spinning the block while Jesus.
Oh wow,
Jesus the getaway
co-pilot.
driver.
Yeah. Lord. Well, if God's spinning the block, is Jesus the shooter at that point? Is Jesus? I don't know. And
Jesus
you know
Christ
what?
is my nigga,
And
right?
you know
Yeah.
what?
Said
You know what? You know what Jesus was?
Jesus was a Jew.
But also, back in the day, Jesus was also a criminal.
He was.
Jesus was arrested.
Man, listen, God love us hood niggas. Why we so
Yeah.
despised?
Yeah.
Why you think you cross your heart and you hope
So,
to die?
did we want to get
Listen.
into
Go
the
on.
Karen of the week, or did we
Yes.
just want to end
Yes, indeed.
in the piece?
I
We
do want
can
to
talk
get
about
to
the
Karen.
Karen.
All right, let's play the video of, and this is at a comedy show, and the comedian asked people for questions.
I thought the Karen was the nurse.
No, we're gonna get into the. I don't want
Oh.
to get too serious. Let's have some jokes and some laughs.
So, okay. The only thing that would have made this better is if somebody would have got hit with a beer can.
Yes. But I mean, thankfully, nobody got hit because then that would be a
Did
crime.
I vote for Donald Trump? What do you think? No. Okay. Here's a question for you. Why would you ask me that in here knowing I'm the only Jew in this room?
It's like,
Are you trying to get me killed?
That was a good
If it
joke.
makes you feel any better, I vote in New York. My vote doesn't matter there. It doesn't matter. Guys,
Can't
everybody
assuage white
vote
supremacy.
for whoever you want to vote. I don't care who you voted for. I'm just happy we're all here together.
So you voted for Biden.
Okay.
I don't know. Why does it matter? Yeah, so what? Why does it matter?
I can just tell by your jokes you voted for Biden.
All right.
everybody
I can
like,
tell by the fact that you're still talking when nobody wants you to that you voted for Trump.
That was a good one. It's like, just walk away.
Facts.
All right, make some noise if you want her to shut up.
Shout out to the comedian.
Facts.
But I did ask if anybody had any questions. I didn't think it was going to be. That's on me. That was on me for thinking I could have a human interaction with somebody. That's my fault. No, look, I'm such an insecure person. Here, I'll tell you the rest of that bit, and then we'll move on. I'm so insecure. I went and got an IUD.
That's when she threw a
beer can
at her.
Okay, this is the nastiest shit.
Chugged it.
This part right here is nasty as hell.
Yeah, the lady picked the beer can up and drank
No,
it. Which
whose lips have been on that beer can.
I would not advise you to drink
a
beer can if you're throwing at it. But I mean, again, it's like, is this where we are now? Where it's just everything is politicized. Like every single thing,
1,000%
is politicized.
The fact that we have this show is indicative of that.
True.
We're
not in a vacuum.
Didn't the white woman walk up?
Oh yeah.
And
she tried to assault him.
She did.
Yeah.
And this Jewish lady just had the beer lobbed at her. People have thrown stuff at comedians for years.
I can't remember. Were the incels for or against Will Smith?
They probably did say they have.
Man, that's a great. I want to say against because he was kind of like the alpha in that. And they don't really be down with the alpha, because,
oh my God.
No, I'm gonna tell you, no. Listen, they weren't. No, listen, wait, listen. They weren't. No, they weren't. Neither. None of the incels. They weren't for or against Will Smith. They were all against Jada. Remember, everybody was against Jada. It was Jada's fault. That is right, yeah. Jada didn't say anything, didn't do anything.
But again, to your point, that's the politicization of...
And that's alpha males don't exist, beta males
100%. I agree.
No, beta males don't exist.
I agree.
But Dr. Umar does.
Incels exist. Do incels exist?
Unfortunately.
Dr. Umar is very much real. He's not like Santa Claus. Dr. Umar is very real.
And it's wild because it's almost like Jada. It's like Lizzo as well. Like Lizzo is just minding her own business.
Yeah, what people...
I don't talk about Lizzo. She's not even addressing y'all niggas.
Both folks hate black women, and no one can really just accept it.
It's like we're having a conversation, and then fucking Lizzo. It's like, and she's just like, "What am I doing? I'm playing my flute, bro."
And then it's like there's like what right? It's like why did she become like the national punching bag where everybody got to try to shoot at her? And again, you know what I'm saying? It's not like Kanye's in shape. Mm-hmm. Come on, man. Like this nigga got
happy black woman living.
Yeah, leave her alone. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. So, with that being said, I guess do we have a book of the week?
We need to have something about crime. I just feel like that's the Bible. I always say the Bible on here is white pages, man. I think if more people read the Bible intentionally.
Is there any books over there? Can you see if there's a book over there? There is a book called A World Without Police by Farouk's Dream World.
Yes, 1,000%.
Oh my God.
I cannot.
Woo.
So
this was a wild episode.
It's
gonna be a lot of editing.
I'm just gonna say, y'all.
I hope not too much.
I apologize for all the edits. You're like, what are they talking about?
The episode's gonna be half an hour.
I made great points here, man.
My brain just like literally froze.
I think we did. Yeah, I don't. This isn't a black author. This book, so maybe we'll do The Color of Law. We might have done this before, but so what? How our forgotten history. I don't think this is
that's not a black author either. They're not.
All right, well, this is gonna only the white guys write about crime.
Wow,
man, you know what I mean?
They seem to know the most about it. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Oh, but that doesn't get cut out.
But hey,
third time's the
speaking
time.
of crime,
right? The best book.
George Jackson wrote this. Where did he write this?
In jail, nigga.
In prison, my brother. Difference. Big difference.
Difference
between jail and prison.
There is, but
Blood in My Eye. George Jackson's legendary resistance to unbridled oppression and racism. Shout out to George Jackson. One of the reasons we celebrate Black August. You know what I'm saying?
How many niggas go to prison? How many come out Malcolm X?
Yeah. Blood in My Eye, man. He said in a letter to Angela Davis, Jackson wrote, "If my enemies, your enemies, prove stronger than us, at least I want them to know that they made one righteous African man extremely angry. They'll never count me among the broken men." George Jackson, Blood in My Eye, baby. You know what I'm saying? Let's go. Anything else? Is there any legal activities?
It better not be.
Any lawful things that are happening this weekend?
I won't be there.
So tomorrow, actually, I guess technically this would be today.
You're going to get arrested right after that episode.
I am hosting a conversation here at the Black Box where artists can come and show me their art. Yes. But by the time you see this, it'll already be happening. So. Yes.
That is true, but yes, you are doing critiquing. We'll make sure Farouk isn't here, so nobody's. You can bring your belongings, and set them down comfortably.
Niggas love stealing.
Oh my God! Anything else happening this weekend?
I'm sure there's crime happening something.
We hope if there is
a conversation on Thursday called "Elections Have Consequences."
Yes, with the AKAs, right?
Yes. So there's that happening. There's a lot of
it's like a coalition, but the AKAs kind of gathered everybody together, right?
Brett Favre committed crime.
He certainly did,
and he's gonna get away with it because he said, "I have done nothing wrong."
Yes.
It's just wild that a white man commits welfare fraud. Like that is just like that. That is
on a high
level. $6 million worth of welfare fraud.
That is insane.
Does anybody know where I'm gonna get this money from? Black people will.
And then came out and said I did nothing wrong. Like I mean, and they stole from one of the poorest, if not
that's
the
what I'm
poorest
saying.
state.
Like it's the poorest state. Yeah. Like people are going to notice, bruv. People
and apparently he also said that one of the people I know I have in my corner is a rapper named Farouk.
No, it's not.
Because he loves crime.
Not all crimes are created equal.
Come on, exactly. Not all crimes are created equal.
But remember when Brett Favre sent the unsolicited dick pics?
100%. Yes, he did do that.
He did a lot.
He did do that.
He just needs to stay away
what
from
we were saying,
Indigenous Peoples Day.
Indigenous Peoples Day.
I just passed.
Yes.
But I think the moment's gone.
Yeah. But the town hall meeting at Carlow University, elections have consequences this Thursday. And shout out to Alpha Kappa Alpha AKAs, Carlo, the Social Justice Institute are part of it. League of Women Voters, Black Young and Educated, Urban League Greater Pittsburgh, and One Hood. We all coming together to have a conversation around the Supreme Court and other things that are happening, election protection and all that good stuff.
And also Friday, if you want to support some Black women, there is a show at Mr. Small's Theater called Sisters of the City, featuring Clara Kent, Sierra Sellers, Simone Davis, and Chandra Rhyme. And a lot of those are my homies and my friends, and they are really talented Black women. So, you know what I'm saying, come up to Mr. Small's. I'll be there. Hopefully I see you there.
Absolutely. Sisters of the City. That's a dope concept. Hopefully it'll be a well attended and crime-free event.
This is
protected by the red, the black, and the green.
That's enough.
This is the last time y'all see me for another couple of weeks.
Oh yeah.
So she'll be gone.
We might drop our special. No, we're not gonna let them know.
Just in case.
Yeah, just in case. Yeah.
All right, I see.
I'll be gone. So if you don't see me, please don't blow up my phone. Like, where are you? I'll just be out. I'll be back in November.
Yeah, I mean,
she'll be gone to November.
I was thinking that.
Niggas love next level synergy, next level synchronization,
and we have some stuff to announce. So hopefully, we'll have some stuff coming up once it gets locked down. But until next time. Woo! I felt like this episode was like we
going to jail.
Welcome to the whitest house. Slave souls haunt the halls when the light is out. Accept the blood.